All right, welcome back. This is the third part of the install here where we're going to do the Livescope. So I have my Livescope box put on a piece of plexiglass, as you can see. It's just Velcroed on. Here's the top part of the Velcro, and then it's the box is Velcroed on there. And then I have two more pieces of Velcro there, and those are for inside the kayak. As you can see right here, I have one side and then the other right there, and it ends up fitting perfectly right here. And it also just keeps, if there's any water or anything like that, I don't have to worry about it. Although I have yet to have any water in this kayak. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get your power cable here. You're gonna have to, however you're gonna power it up. I'm using the SAE cable again to the Yak Power system. So I got that soldered on already and taped up. And then for my Yak Power, I'm just using the second one on there. The other part is if you've ran your Ethernet cable, this is your Ethernet cable here. It's two parts. So this is the Ethernet that'll plug into the back of this here, and then it comes like I said, it's two parts. So that's the adapter there to the graph, and this is the cable that you're going to run from up here. You're going to run that back here, just like we did with the power cable. And I have it right here, so good to go. So I'm going to sit you guys up here for a second and get that installed. So 1 second. I'll move this out of the way. I'll put you guys over here. That should be good enough. So I'm going to take my piece of plexiglass. I already have my Velcro on. I'm going to wedge that into here. Show you that. So it sits in there perfectly like that. Ignore all the extra cables I have, because I have lights that I ran all over the place, and I got SAE charger cables or ports. So anyways, so that's just that. And we're going to take our Ethernet cable that runs up here to the back of our graph. Just going to screw that into there. Then we're going to do our power cable. Then I'll show you what I did with the actual transducer cable here. 1 second. All right, got the Ethernet cable screwed in. I'm going to take my power cable here. I'm going to connect the other end of it to my Yak Power box. All right, got that. And now I'm going to put that off to the side here. We'll screw that in now. It's hard to get that to line up. There we go. Okay, show you that. So you can see here, we got the black box there. Got our Ethernet cable, goes up to our graph. We got our power cable, just goes off to my Yak Power box. The next thing, this large connector here, goes to your transducer, which I have a little bit different setup. So I'm running the Sniper Marine pole for my transducer, the LVS34 there. And the way I chose to run it was I have an adapter cable. So this goes to the transducer. The adapter cable I have gone through the hatch here. So you can see this is a 10-foot cable that I bought. I think they have a 3-foot, a 10-foot, and a 30-foot version. I just went with the medium size there. And I took a through-hole wiring kit. This was actually just a leftover Hobie one I had. I drilled a hole through there and ran it that way. So you can see, I can lay it down, so how that looks. Nothing too crazy there. So what I'm gonna do is I'll connect this end to the black box, and then we'll get the Livescope pole and transducer on there. So put you back here, I'll do that. A little crooked. There we go. Alright, not sure why that restarted, but anyways, we're gonna install that adapter cable into the black box now. See that there? Just got that installed. I'm going to take this excess cable, I'm going to shove it off to the side here, and then we're going to install our hatch back on. Alright, just like that, easy enough. So now we'll grab this over here. I'm going to move that fan out of the way for a second. Sorry, it's kind of hot in here. Put it back there. Put this over here. All right. That's where I normally store the transducer pole or Livescope pole as I'm traveling. I have a couple bungees I secured onto here so it doesn't go anywhere. But for this purpose here, I'm just showing how to run the cable. So my cable just literally goes back underneath the seat. I put that loop on top of there, and then I screw this onto the adapter or the extension cable. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed here. There it is. And just screw that onto there. That's how it sits in the back here, just like that. And then when I get to the lake, we flip this around, slide it in right there, and we're good to go. Like I said, not super in-depth or detailed video, but gives you an idea of kind of how it all goes together. For my sake, I have two graphs that I run. So I have an extra power cable here that goes to my second graph, and usually my Livescope cable will go to my second graph as well. And the way that looks for anybody who's interested, this is the setup here. It would Here, let me adjust this. It would sit something just like that, and that way I have both graphs. But definitely overkill, not needed. So, anyways, hope that helps somebody out. I'll try to put a link in the description for all the parts and stuff that I use, and I'm sure there'll probably be a few questions, and if I can answer them, I'll do the best I can. So thanks for watching.